Let me be straight with you. If you are the guy and clicked on this video, you are out of luck. But I'm loving it. Because once you hear what I'm about to say, your life won't be the same. I'm about to break down your past, your present, and give you just two options for your future. The choice is yours. Have you noticed how every year the gap between men in terms of success with women keeps growing? It's getting more obvious that men are splitting into two groups. One group has nothing, no likes, no attention, constantly ghosted and rejected, and the other, women fight over them, compete for a chance to be by their side. And this divide is only going to get bigger. Only the strongest will survive. Through all my time working with men, I've realized one crucial thing. It's actually easy to predict a man's future, especially his romantic future. Whether he's headed for constant disappointment or the chance to build a happy family comes down to one key trait: his ability to make fast decisions. Let's take the typical life scenario. By the age of 30-35, most men have had around 5 relationships plus a few short flings. Either they lost interest and left, or they were dumped. And we are told that's normal, that this is just how life goes. But that's a big lie. The truth, since their teenage years, boys and girls grow up together, but guys are often outmatched. Girls look up to older guys, and so from a young age, boys develop learned helplessness. That's why men keep suppressing their own desire. They feel something, but they push it down. They want to walk up and say, I'm interested in you as a woman, not just as a friend. But instead, they find excuses. They hold back. They stay stuck in the friend zone. And that pattern destroys their confidence before they even get started. Let's break this all down using your own story, specifically your longest relationship and how it ended. Think back. What was your longest relationship? When she left you, how early did the signs start showing that she was losing interest? The first fight where the spark was already gone? Roughly, how long before the breakup did that happen? 6 months. That's about how it goes for most guys, right? That's 180 days. Now, here is the thing. For 180 days, you weren't able to make one clear decision to walk away first. Believe me, if you had made that move from the start, not only would her feelings likely have reignited, not only would she have stayed, but you would have taken zero emotional damage. Now, let's look at two paths. On one side, the average man. On the other, a man who knows how to make fast decisions. The first guy. He just lost 180 days of his life. And during those 180 days, he missed countless opportunities. Let's say he registered on a dating site, even in a small town, no need for a big city. You could still have 5 conversations a day. That's 35 a week over 100 a month. Let's round down and say 100 a month. That means 600 conversations over 6 months. Can you even imagine the possibilities? Can you imagine how much choice that gives you? And from those 600, you start picking women who truly match your values and goals. What happens here? The man still doesn't make a decision to walk away. Why? Because he believes that doing nothing feels safe. I didn't make any sudden moves. I didn't ignore her. Why would I? What if she comes back? So he convinces himself, I'll just wait. Unfortunately, that's how the human mind works. It's like having a cavity. Your teeth are decaying, but you're scared of the dentist. You know you need to go. Yes. You know it won't fix itself. Yes. You know it only get worse. Absolutely. But still, today you choose to ignore it. And deep down, you know exactly how that ends. Now let's go to the stage two. What does the man get in return for those 180 days of passivity? Damage. He's left in pieces. He feels like he failed as a man. Every single day during those 180 days, his self worth was taking hits. And don't think her coldness, her lack of interest, her distant attitude, don't think that didn't affect him. It did. It always does. So when she finally leaves, that's not the end of his pain. That's just the beginning. Now, he's not even in a place to meet anyone new. He's broken. So he'll either sit around hoping she comes back or he'll hide and lick his wounds. What happens if the man does make a decision and starts meeting new people? Instead of suffering for 180 days, he now has 600 conversation, dates, and opportunities. He starts building experience, real life interaction, and practice. He gets better at communication. He gains confidence. But here is the truth: most men only come to me after everything is destroyed. The tooth is already rotten beyond saving. It has to be pulled out, and it's painful. And yes, the woman put her in full ignore mode and move on. But if he hadn't ignored the problem for 180 days straight, if he had acted when the first signs showed, he could have just gotten a simple feeling. Pain avoided, problem solved early. There is a rule in a life. When you repeat the same action many times, you naturally get better. Like driving, you get your license, keep practicing, and soon you drive without thinking. Or the gym, you lift, your muscles respond, your form improves. It's automatic progress. But with women, it's completely different. Relationships don't reward repetition, they reward standards. You must fight for the life you want. Fight because the world around you will judge you. Everyone else is living by different rules, and to build the life you want, you need to walk away from a lot of people and a lot of potential dates. You don't want your woman to have male friends, say no and walk. You want a woman who's nurturing, who cooks, who truly takes care of you, then reject everything that doesn't match that vision. You think this would be easy, but no, my friend. What's easy is following the path of least resistance. That's scenario one, the one most men live by. They fall in love, get into a relationship, start suppressing their desires, things go downhill, the breakup hits, they leak their wounds, and then they do it all over again. Same cycle, same pain. And the number of women these men actually meet in life, very low. They don't have ambition. But here is the truth: a man must be ambitious, especially when it comes to what kind of relationship he truly deserves. But that's still not the worst part. The scariest part is this: the man who learns to act quickly, who doesn't delay decisions, starts meeting only the women who invest in him, who care for him. And he gets used to it. He becomes comfortable, thinking from a position of strength. He no longer needs to manipulate the balance of value in a relationship. He simply embodies it, he earns it. And here is where the magic happens. Even when he meets a difficult woman, the kind who never lifted a finger for her exes, she cooks for him, surprises him. If you ask her why, she wouldn't even know how to explain. She'd just say, I want to, it just feels right. Because she feels that he deserves it. She knows he worth it. But that other guy, he gets told, you are not a real man. Let's talk about scenario one again. After going through several rounds of the same relationship cycle, the man is left completely drained. He doesn't feel like he deserves anything good in life. He becomes deeply dependent on women's opinions, desperate for approval, trying to please every woman he meets. And guess what? Women sense that. And that's why he's not attractive. So, what does he try to do? He tries to look successful, buys a new phone, flash clothes, a car, maybe throws money around. But that's not what matters. In fact, it gets worse. He starts attracting attention, yes, but now he is just a resource, someone to be used, then discarded. And here comes the most terrifying part. There comes concerns a moment in every man's life when his view of the world solidifies. It becomes cemented. And changing it after that, nearly impossible. But the man who does make fast decisions, who builds up experience and confidence, he gains the ability to act decisively, even in high pressure situations. He doesn't hesitate, he doesn't overthink, and that's the difference between the two paths. When we talk about any love drama, the damage a man experiences isn't actually from the breakup, divorce, or separation itself. All the pain and heavy consequences are caused by the time a man spends in inaction. The longer he resists making decisions, the more he drifts alone, trying to talk things through or engaging in whatever else men typically do, the more time he wastes, the greater the damage and harm he will ultimately face. A person who makes quick decisions is invulnerable, no matter what happens in their life. But a man who thinks inaction is safe falls into a fallacy. So, in the end, we have a situation where a man is walking down a long, endless corridor, and there are many doors. The man who chooses the first path has only opened the first 5, 6, or 10 doors, and he bases his understanding on what he's seen, thinking that this is all there is. But what did he see? As I've explained, nothing good. He starts to believe that there is no other way. He forms very vague ideas about what's right and how things should be. And the worst part is that over time, when a man's view of the world becomes cemented, he stops believing that by opening the 20s, 40s, or even 100th door, he might find something amazing, like a beach, an ocean, coconuts, bananas falling down on him. All the opportunities were there. All he needs to do is keep going, checks things out, explore, but he's afraid to open the door. So he stays stuck. And soon all men will fall into this exact same pattern. We live in a society that thrives on conformism. If someone has a clear stance, they will be judged for it. The common idea about life is that you should adjust your reality to match what everyone else around you believes, and that it becomes normal. If you allow yourself to live or think differently, even if you are not hurting anyone, you'll be criticized for it. Just think about what's really happening. There was a show a while ago where a man had several wives, I think two. He was booed, judged, and there were so many angry comments from both men, women. And the question arises, wait a minute, he's happy, the women said they are happy too, and everyone is okay with it. But they won't let you be different from the majority. You've gone too far. But then another program comes out telling the story of a star husband, a football player who left his family, even though we don't know the details. And his wife, who has nothing to do, comes on and starts shedding tears. And immediately everyone starts feeling sorry for her. Do we need the details? No, we don't. But whoever's been hurt is right. This is the society we live in. So, let's say I have a very clear classification of women that I developed over the years. And I say that with certain women, it's worth having a relationship. They need to be valued. People don't want to hear what I say, that some should be valued. They hear something else. I say that there are women with whom shouldn't you shouldn't build relationships. It's hopeless. And they go, what's she allowing herself? And the question arises. So in reality, people think that relationships can be built with everyone. What words need to be said? The words are, we're all different. There is just a soulmate for each person. You have to come together. It's hard, it's difficult. You have to work on the relationship with gritted teeth, and then everything will work out. Mhm. Another example. Recently on TikTok, if I'm not mistaken, a Russian girl married a Muslim man. There were some videos where she's managing the household, cleaning the house. So it's this image of a very domestic woman. And the amount of hate that was directed at her, you could say there were no positive comments at all. Both men and women wrote about it. This is the society we live in. It might seem like our society, where conformism thrives, is very loving, caring, and compassionate toward others, but that's not true. In reality, it's extremely cruel. It harshly suppresses everyone who has their own stance, who stands out from the crowd. There are many stories like this, not even related to relationships. Friends, understand this. If you are building your views on relationships based solely on someone's opinion, books, or just because you want to believe it, but you don't want to face the painful reality, you don't want to see nearly 80% of divorces, you don't want to acknowledge it, then one day the fragile construct you've built will fall apart, and that's it. Yes, some people might not like that I'm sharing some harsh truths, but that's life. No, you can keep lying to yourself. You need to form your own stance. Stop being shy about it. Take the path of quick decisions. Stop tolerating, stop waiting, stop fantasizing about this reality. Stop building hypotheses and assumptions. Trust only your own results. You know exactly what you can do. Otherwise, you know what will happen. It's an endless story. So, Why do people lean towards these abstract explanations, saying every story is unique, that there are more nuances? Maria, you are being too simple, too direct, just cutting through everything. I'm not cutting. I know how it ends. It's all simpler than it seems. You can learn how to clean your house by reading a book. Live just like you did before. But when it comes to relationships, achieving efficiency means starting to live differently. Anyone who goes into practice will never be the same as they were before. There is a change in every aspect of their life. That's why. And it's not academic knowledge, it's your personal experience and absolute honesty with yourself. The scariest thing is that we grow up with these glitches, and the only way to get rid of them is by facing reality in a big way. That's only through practice. If a man finds the channel, listens to it, thinks, yeah, it's valuable, but I disagree here, then goes, finds himself a woman, and it seems like the pain from his ex is gone, but he stretches that scenario for another year, 5 years, and then there is another breakup, and there won't be a second chance. He's already devalued the value of the contact. He's no longer receptive to these thoughts, and so he'll live his whole life this way. So stop putting up with it. Go and do something with your life.